that's the first time that sentence has ever been muttered. It doesn't need to be that big.
It doesn't.
I think it just needs to be adequately average.
That whatever gets the job done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You are so loud. Hold on. Step back from the mic like 45 feet.
I'll see you in Arizona.
Perfect. Perfect. If you could just turn your mic off, that'd be great.
Yes, exactly. Just
that's how we like it. Just click sounds.
happy 6/7 to all those that celebrate 6/7.
6/7.
Are they still doing that? Is that
so? I'm glad you asked. No, they're not. But you know who is still doing it? People our age.
Yes.
We have adopted it and stolen it from them, and that means you all need to find your next thing.
That's true. I think that's how it's got to go. I think that's how things have to die, right? Is that adults have to start saying it?
Yeah, once 35 pluses start using it in everyday scenarios, it's time to come up with something else.
Yeah. That does remind me. Finally had like a moment where, of course, I am a dad. The baby is about to turn 9 months here soon, but had my first moment of being like, oh God, this is kind of a dorky dad thing I have to do. And it's the car seat that's always in the car. Like he moved up to like a big boy car seat, and it's just like, that is just now my life. I'm now a dad that just permanently has a car seat in his car.
Oh, I thought you meant in solidarity you have a car seat.
Yes, a little boosty seat. To be fair, I was like a very small child most of my life, and
not much has changed.
No, but enough where like I was probably like 12, and my weight, I should have still been in like a booster seat.
Probably. You're not allowed on roller coasters, not because you're too short, but because you're too light.
Just fly right out, as we found out when we were on fucking Rocky Road Mountain Trail Disney ride.
Finish it. There you go. You fell into my lap, and I barely even noticed. That's how light you are.
It just kept sliding around. Like, don't wear like slidey shorts.
Where did this mongoose come from? Welcome back to Remain Rome Return, everybody. It's actually a Sunday.
It is. For the first, you're not on vacation.
I'm not.
Which is funny. Like, you went on all these trips, which I think just says about where you live, where like you didn't leave your state.
Yeah, correct.
And went to like two of the best places.
Yes. I mean, we could get into that real quick if you want.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about, I don't really think either of them.
Yeah, I mean, the main one that I was going to talk about is San Diego, because one of my favorite places on the West Coast for sure. I don't know if I would call it one of my favorite places in the world, but definitely on the West Coast.
Would you, if you could afford it, live in San Diego over LA?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. I think San Diego is the perfect getaway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the perfect place to live.
A lot of people say it because it's has, I believe, the most perfect weather of any place in the world. It has the most perfect weather.
Yeah, it's always sunny. It's always between 78 and 90. Always.
It's not bigger.
That's the thing. San Diego, when you think about it, is like you have the downtown area, which is obviously what we love.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is just kind of like there's not much happening.
Is it deserty?
No.
Is that like no?
No, it's more
I've never been to
oceany.
San Diego. Okay.
Yeah, it's more oceany, more
I wasn't
ocean
sure
side.
If as you got further inland, if it like was shitty to live in.
I would assume so. Yeah, there's not much out there. There's like the military bases, there's the beach, and then there's downtown. Yeah. But downtown San Diego is fucking amazing. Absolutely love it. So we went to San Diego just to get away for a little bit because we haven't really done much.
Yeah.
And so we were like, what would be fun is taking the train, the Pacific Surfliner. Yes. The Pacific Surfliner from Anaheim straight to downtown San Diego. So it was a Friday. It was the Friday of Memorial, like before Memorial Day.
God, it had to be busy then, right?
It was pretty busy. Yeah. So we hop on the train. It leaves at like 4:30 p.m. Get on the train, just zooms us through the Pacific Coast Highway. So it's just ocean view and sunset on our way there.
Yeah. That sounds
completely idyllic. Watching the surfers, because it stops at stations. So it's stopping at the beach. You see people surfing, all that stuff. You stop at this tiny little village area. I don't know where it was exactly, but it was very pretty. But here's the deal. There's always a caveat with me.
Yes.
As awesome as the first hour of the train ride was, something happened.
Uh-oh.
In the last half. They had us in the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So about an hour goes by, idyllic. We're in business class. You get a free snack. You get a free drink. We may or may not have allegedly brought on our own alcohol.
I think that's almost required that you do that for any train.
Right. Exactly. And it's not like they search your stuff or whatever.
No.
So we're having a great time, getting a buzz on, having a little snack, looking out the window. And then an announcement comes on. And it goes, hey, folks, thanks for riding with us today. Unfortunately, we are going to be held up here for an indeterminate amount of time. We're not quite sure. Keep in mind, this is like, it left at 4:30. This is probably 5:40.
Okay. Are you like halfway between?
Yeah, it's a 2-hour and 12-minute train ride.
Okay.
So we're about an hour and 10-ish.
Yeah.
Into the ride.
Okay, you're almost exactly halfway.
Right. And so they start announcing that, and they're like, yeah, so we're going to be stuck here for an indeterminate amount of time. Not sure when we'll be able to be back up and running. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? It's a direct train ride. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then he goes, unfortunately, the train ahead of us has struck a pedestrian.
Oh.
Yeah. So one thing that I had not considered in a train ride in the middle of, nothingness is that there is a very, very high amount of offing oneself. That happens on these train tracks. And I didn't bother looking into that or thinking about that until it happened.
Does that happen that often?
It's pretty frequent.
Is it like once a week?
I don't know if it's once a week, but I think we could probably look it up.
So they unalive themselves.
Correct. On the train track.
It wasn't a accident.
Right. Yeah. And that happens pretty frequently. Maybe I'll search it and look up the numbers. But for the sake of the story, let's just say this never happens and it was a freak accident, because I don't want to think about how frequently it happens. But yeah, so it wasn't our train, which is, good, I guess, for us. But yeah, the train ahead of us. So they were stopped. And so they were like, how do you know what the time frame is going to be? Because they have to come out, they have to inspect the area.
Do the crime scene. It's essentially an active crime scene at that point.
Correct. And so, long story short, we're like, well, we already paid for these tickets, right?
Yeah.
And they go on the announcement, they go, you're more than welcome to stay on the train with us if you'd like. But again, we don't know when we're going to be moving. If you'd like to deboard and walk around and stretch your legs and come back, you can. We'll make an announcement on the exterior speakers that, to come back. Or if you would wish to find other travel arrangements, that's fine as well. They're not going to give you a refund, though, just so you know.
Because I've been in a situation, I think it was in Europe, where the train, not like this, but had to stop, but they brought in coaches.
Oh, yeah, they don't do that for us.
No.
I was like, think about Europe and Asia and all these places with trains. I've read and heard of stories where in Japan, if a train is 5 minutes late, you get a voucher for your next ride for free, and they give you essentially like a work excuse.
Yeah.
So you can take it to work and be like, it wasn't me. The train ran 3 minutes late. That's why I'm 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just nothing. And regardless, I know it's not their fault. I get it. But just nothing in return. And their argument is, well, you could have just stayed on the train.
Yeah.
and just waited. But it was anyway. So the point is, we sat there for probably 35, 40 minutes to finish our booze and whatever. I was listening to a podcast. I was like, I have 25 minutes left of this podcast. If we don't move by then, we can talk about what's next. Anyways, it doesn't move. We get off the train. We order an Uber.
You took an Uber from middle of nowhere to downtown San Diego?
Yeah, it was so expensive.
How expensive was it? Was it more expensive than both your tickets?
Yes.
You know me, I would have just sat there.
Yeah, but here's
did you have anything? Did you have dinner reservations or like a show or anything, like any commitment that you had to make it to San Diego by a specific time?
We didn't have tickets or reservations to anything. However, we had planned on getting there by like 7-ish and then going to one of our favorite places for dinner. So we didn't have reservations, but we didn't eat. Right?
That's true.
So we hadn't eaten since noon.
Did that? Well, you had your snack because
Sure.
But I guess I'm guessing this train station didn't have anything.
Right. No, exactly. And it was just in the middle of nothing. It's not a town or anything like that. It's just there's like some houses and the beach, you know. So we get off the train. So let me break down the situation for you. Let's rewind. First of all, we thought the Surfliner would be really fun because we've never done that before. And the thing with driving to San Diego,
like a great idea.
Hypothetically, right? Sounds great. Yeah. And driving to San Diego is kind of a pain because I don't ever get to see anything. Also, I'm driving.
Isn't it very hit and miss where it could be like, it could be 2 hours, it could be 6 hours, depending on traffic.
Yeah, the quickest I've made it there driving is an hour and like 45 minutes.
Okay.
The longest it's taken is 5 hours. So it really just depends on what time you leave.
You were bitching about a half an hour wait.
Yeah, exactly. And so we go, okay, the Surfliner is going to be really fun. We've never done this before. I've never taken an American train.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, this would be fun. Business class tickets are only $40 a piece, so it's $80 each way, so $160.
That's really
for
good,
the travel
actually.
Is really, really fair.
That's almost cheaper than gas at this point.
Exactly, because to fill up my tank is $87.
Yeah, it's probably a tank there, tank back almost.
Right, maybe exactly. It's about half a tank, so it would be about $87 to drive. However, in San Diego, especially downtown where we stay, there's no parking. Mm-hmm. So you can't park on the street. You have to pay to have your car valeted.
Yeah,
in like an underground thing, and it's like $50 a night.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds about right.
Anyways, so we're doing all this. We're doing the math. We're like, it's actually probably going to be cheaper.
Yeah,
to do it this way because everything within San Diego that we like to do is pretty much walking distance.
Yeah,
I was like, maybe we'll have to take 1 or 2 Ubers while we're there.
But even then, to not have to get your car out of the garage, like the time it takes to like for the valet to go find it, 80 feet deep into the ground.
Yeah, and then you have to tip them, obviously. Mm-hmm. So that's another $5 or $10 on top of everything every time they go to get your car. Anyways, so we were doing the math and we're like, oh, this is going to be so worth it. The issue with that is that it wasn't true. Right? It wasn't true at all. We ended up spending probably 3 times what we would have spent if we just had our car.
Even with the valet and all that, because of how expensive was the Uber?
I believe the Uber from where we got off the train to San Diego proper was like $110.
I thought it was going to be more, to be honest.
Yeah. Because it wasn't prime time, which is good.
Oh, okay. That makes a big difference.
Yeah. If it was prime time, it'd be $300.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll get into the Uber situation in a second. But realistically, between that and then everything else that transpired in the trip, we ended up losing way more money than if we just drove.
How do you lose more, like, while you're there? Did you take too many Ubers or what?
Yeah, we ended up having to take too many Ubers because we wanted to go and do some like new stuff that we hadn't done before. Yeah. So we wanted to go to this new area, and we were like, "Oh, that's not that far." And then you look it up, and you'd have to walk like 5 miles. So I'm like, okay,
That
we'll
sounds
take an
about
Uber
right
there.
for you to not look that up before
Yeah.
you get. Look on the map, guys. It's like what, an inch?
Well, and it's funny because you're like, I just want to go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in San Diego. I just want to go to the beach. Well, we chose the wrong beach is the problem. So it was too far away. And then we went to this area that is, there's really nothing there.
Yeah.
So there was like this one tiny little bar that only serves canned beer. And it's just that. And then a parking lot outside where they had some live music and a dunk tank. And that was fun. It was just a cover band playing like the Beatles and shit.
Why'd you go to this location?
Because we were like, oh, we've never really been to a San Diego beach other than Mission Beach, which is fine. But again, it's not a real beach.
Is it like the big tourist? Again, I don't know much about San Diego. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Would it be similar to like Santa Monica Pier kind of situation?
It's even less than that because there's no pier. It's legitimately just like it's where all of the hotels and the private personal boats dock.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of just like a docking area where the hotels and shit, the convention center is there.
Yeah.
So it's just a little park with a walking trail that's by the ocean. It's not like a beach, right? Yeah. So we wanted to go to a beach.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would say Santa Monica is at least a beach.
Correct. Exactly.
Well, it's the most iconic, I would say.
Yeah. So anyways.
Yeah.
So we did all that stuff. We got new tattoos.
Ooh.
So I'm finally ready to start my color tattoo again because it's been probably 7 years now.
Did you mean to have it upside down?
Yes. So the reason is it's a squid.
Yes.
And what I want to do is I want it eventually to have the ink coming out, and the ink is going to be the same color contrast and like cloudy constellations that leads into the space.
Okay.
So I want it to be like ocean meets, sky, stuff like that. And then I'm going to have like shipwrecks and coral and shit like that.
Ooh.
So
okay, that would be cool.
Anyways, long story short, we ended up spending way more money than we anticipated for a long weekend away. But whatever, that's what happened.
Did you take the train back?
Yes. That also came with its own issues.
Did it hit another person?
This one, we hit someone. No. So the train...
it was just a cow. It's okay.
Hey, at least free steaks, right? They have Bunsen burners on board.
You can really say that train was moving.
Stupid. Utterly ridiculous.
God damn it.
Anyways, so that came with its own issues. So it was set to leave at noon.
Okay.
We get on board at like 11:50 a.m.
Get there, yeah. Got some time to spare.
They start boarding us around 11:55, and we proceed to sit at that platform for over an hour. No announcements, no telling us what's going on. Just sitting there. By the time we finally take off, it is 1:10. We could have been basically home already.
Yeah, halfway there.
So it's a typical American thing where everything is poorly planned, nothing runs on time, and you get nothing for the inconvenience. They do not care.
Yeah.
So I would not recommend the Pacific Surfliner.
Ooh, because like to me, this just sounds like what flying is like nowadays.
That's exactly what I told Abby.
Like, I was like,
you can't do public transportation in America. It's just not possible.
No. The only places I've reliably have had good public like multiple times, so like a good sample is Chicago has always been really good, and then your least favorite city, Denver. I've never had an issue with the Denver light rail.
Sure, but I have had plenty of issues with the Denver airport. Tune in
that's
to previous episodes.
That's because they put the airport in a hellscape.
We can't land due to weather.
Which is all the time in Colorado.
Exactly. And I would assume that I've never been, but the East Coast public transport seems pretty
I think
reliable.
Seems pretty decent.
I mean, besides all the stabbings.
Which have gone down. I did see a really funny tweet I think you'll appreciate, where it was like, so of course their mayor's now Mamdani.
And
And he since he's been in office, I saw a tweet that was like, oh, since he's been in office, crime rates are like at an all-time low kind of situation. I'm like, that makes sense. And then
didn't he also pay off like $12 million in the deficit?
Yeah, or like trying to make it like not paid off quite yet, but like he has the plan to.
Right.
But the top comment I think is actually more true than anything else. The comment was like, "No, it ain't him. It's because the Knicks be winning."
Honestly, like, that's probably a good call.
I was like, that is a little too true.
That's probably a good call. Unfortunately, I think they're going to beat my Spurs. I think they're going to clean sweep them, to be honest with you.
Which I again, each year I pay less and less attention to the NBA.
Same.
Like, we used to be, I would say, pretty big NBA fans.
Yeah, we used to watch every, if nothing else, we used to watch every playoff and finals game.
Yeah. And then like I watched, like, I at least wasn't aware of the finals, or not the final of the I guess the
playoffs.
And like I am an OKC fan, of course, and like them winning the championship was just like not rewarding because I just didn't care. Like if they had won it like a decade ago when I was really into it, I would have been like so happy. But I was like, I don't think I've watched one full game in so many years.
Well, and unfortunately for everybody who's into basketball, OKC is swiftly ruining the game of basketball as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And look, say what you want. Is it pussy shit to play that way? Yes. But is it their fault that it's being allowed? No. It's strategy at this point. They know that they're going to get those calls. They know that they can get away with it. And I guess if you want to, bitch your way into the finals, they did a good job. So
yeah, I just hope it doesn't go to them to the college level because I actually really enjoy watching college basketball.
Yeah, they start. Nebraska just starts flopping down the lane the whole time.
I don't think fucking college refs will be up for that. They'll be like, quit fucking around, like get up.
I also don't think Hoiberg would allow that.
No, I would think majority of college coaches wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, sit on the bench if you want to flop around like a fish.
Yeah, it's
So yeah. Anyways, so that was our trip to San Diego. By the way, the trip to San Diego itself, fantastic. Absolutely loved it. You'll love the fact that there are multiple Ubers that we took that had just wild experiences in that whole time. So the first one was from the train when we had to call the Uber. I don't know what we did to this guy. He hated us. Absolutely hated us. To the point where I'm talking like he would be driving, he'd look in the rear view and like huff at us. Breathe through his nose at us.
Was it because he had to go pick you up in the middle? You didn't have to accept this, man. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. You saw where you were picking us up and where we were going. You could have just not taken it.
Maybe you thought I was going to get a big tip.
I mean, we tip 15-20%.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I can't remember with the Uber. Do you tip before or after?
Abby does all of it. I don't know.
Okay, it's been a while.
I'm not
since
sure.
I've taken an
It's
Uber.
been a long time since I've done it.
Yeah, I haven't paid for an Uber, or like I haven't used an Uber account in a very long time.
I don't even have it on my phone.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know if I have it on my phone, so I'm like, I'm not downloading it. So so all the time we were
there, make room for all my fast food apps.
The things I use, you mean? Okay, side note of I probably me and Abby eat McDonald's breakfast at least every weekend.
Okay.
Just because it's close by, it's inexpensive with the apps. But I think I'm going too many times because I pay with the app, so go through the drive-thru, and the first window you like pay. I've already paid. But at this point, the guy knows me enough. He just gives a thumbs up because he knows me. And
your credit's good here, buddy.
He's like, I know you, man. Like, and he thumbs up some waves, and it's like I wave back, and so it's like, oh, we do this too often. So he recognizes me.
So that's actually a fun question. When does it become bad and or trashy to get recognized at restaurants by the workers?
I think it depends on the quality of the restaurant, right?
Does it? Okay. So being recognized at a restaurant is correlated strictly to the quality of the place?
No, I would say on how many customers they probably get, if that makes sense. I'll change my answer, actually.
Wait, so the less customers they have, the better it is that they recognize you, or vice versa?
Yeah, or like you probably don't go as often, or like you're like, supporting it like a small, they're more likely to remember you, right? Because you like, even if you don't go a lot, they might recognize you because of like, they only see so many faces a day.
Sure.
Right. Versus like sense. McDonald's, how many people do they see a day? Probably a shit ton, right?
Especially through the drive-through.
And
it's such a limited interaction.
Yeah, like, they majority of the time they don't even look at you when you go through a drive-through. But like, if you're going to like, your favorite restaurant, especially like a local place, and like if you go even just like once a week, which I'll save it for, we're gonna do a recommendation session later. Which I think I've talked about this place, but like going once a week, yes, I almost feel like you should recognize me because of like how small of a place it is.
Because I'm paying your goddamn rent.
Yes. I'm keeping you in business. Actually, no. We'll get into the recommendation, but like, getting food from this place is actually kind of difficult.
Okay.
You have to like plan ahead a little.
Okay. I'm interested in hearing that. So anyways, I just wanted to say the Uber situation, the Uber Lyft situation, I love how 50-50 it is with experience. Either they fucking hate you, or you end up like me with the driver's phone number and he's texting you how to immigrate to Mexico.
I don't think you just walk across and be like, hey man, I'm here.
He made it sound like it's that easy.
Probably is. And I don't think a lot of people are. I don't know if I've known anyone to fully get citizenship. I know more like snowbird situations where like they get a cheap condo in, a beach town.
I also am always wondering, like, in a place like that, or in a not as economically prosperous place, are they really keeping track of how long people are there?
Not unless you're like, as long as you're paying taxes, I don't think they care. As long as you're giving them money, I don't think they really care.
Because that's the thing, right? Like, I wouldn't be paying taxes because I don't work there, but I would be paying into the economy because I'm buying stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I know in, more economically supported places, they would keep track of that.
Yeah.
But it's like, who gives a shit if you're in a third world country? Why would they care? Yeah. You're not taking advantage of the situation.
You are and you aren't, which is like a whole other thing of being like, oh yes, you're of course contributing to the market, but also like, you're paying these people, like, I guess it technically is a living wage there, but is it a living, like, you hear people about like going to like some Asian countries where like, like you can get a hotel room for like $5 and it's like a 5-star place. Or like, you pay workers, pennies on the dollar for work.
Right. But I think the argument could be made, but my argument against that would be, I didn't set the price though.
That's true.
And like, I don't negotiate the price either. So it's like, if something is $5 and I pay $5, that's not me taking advantage of the situation. True. That's just what it is. I wouldn't know the difference if the thing that was $5 and they were like, oh, I'm going to fucking fuck this guy over. I'm going to charge him $10.
Yeah.
Like, okay. That's
I guess
that
does also bring an argument of like, I don't want to call it, I'm going to say gentrification because that's easier for me to like hire.
Sure.
But like, yeah, when a place where it is kind of small and affordable, and like Bali, maybe, for example, where it was like, and then you like, then you like push out the people who actually have to live there, or like Californians moving to places.
Are you talking? Yeah, you're talking about actual immigration, right?
Yeah,
like immigrating there. I guess I do see that.
Or buying, even worse, if you don't fully immigrate, when you just like buy up all the property, like buy property so other people can't afford to buy property there.
I guess that would be the main issue. But again, it is a situation where it's like, you come to SoCal there are people who are immigrating from China who do not speak any English, who open up these companies, who buy all these houses cash outright, and then they sell them for 4 times what they're worth.
Or even
so if you're doing that,
sell them,
or they don't sell them and it's just generational, right?
Or they
so
rent
if you're
them
doing
out to people who button. It's hot in here.
Correct. Yeah, they're renting it out for way more than what it costs, right? I guess my argument against that would be like, I see that point of view, but that wouldn't be what I would do.
Yeah.
Right. So I wouldn't go and buy up 5 acres of land just so I could sit on it for 2 months a year.
Yeah.
I would probably just like rent a condo.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. But I don't know. I don't know if that's any better. Like I said, I'm not necessarily disagreeing that it is taking advantage. I also think it's more nuanced than that. I think your intentions matter. I think the way that you treat the people there matters.
I think
if you go there and you're like, I'm Big Dick Damien and I own this fucking bitch now, well, then fuck you. Right. But if you go and you're respectful, and you're like, hey, this thing is $5, I'll give you 6.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, you're only tipping them pennies on the dollar. It's like, yeah, but I mean, the thing is $5. If something in America costs $5, which by the way, nothing in America costs $5 anymore. But if something costs $5 and it's a tipping culture, I wouldn't tip more than $1.
If you use the McDonald's app,
1 large Coca-Cola, please, for $5.50.
Hey, they got it's not the dollar menu, but you can get
it's spilling everywhere.
You can get a sausage McMuffin for $1.50.
That's actually a pretty fucking good deal.
That is pretty good.
I haven't been there in so goddamn long. Are the McDoubles still $1.50?
God, no. I'm trying to remember what they do have a meal where it is a McDouble, 4 nuggies, a small fry, and a drink of some size for. Are you just using a blanket to wipe that up?
Shout out my Haunted Mansion blanket. I made a mess.
What are you drinking?
Our new sponsor, I was hoping you would ask, our new sponsor of the podcast, Kirin Premium Lager. Konnichiwa.
So it's a Japanese beer?
Yep.
Fancy.
It's terrible. But anything for sponsorship, am I right?
Where'd you get it from?
I went to the Asian market
last down the road
night.
From you?
Yes. We actually stopped at 3 grocery stores yesterday. 3 in a row, by the way. Because we were trying to find very specific ingredients because I want to make authentic don don noodles.
Ooh.
And I could not for the life of me find Szechuan peppercorns anywhere. And then I realized it's because 2 of the 3 Asian places I went to, one was Filipino.
I was about to say it's not the right it's not Chinese. They are other Asian
other
countries.
Asian. So it was Filipino, Japanese, and then like American. So I was like, well, no wonder I didn't find Szechuan peppercorns anywhere.
But don't you live predominantly in the area of Los Angeles that is highly Chinese?
I thought so, but apparently,
I'm pretty sure buildings have like Chinese writing. Like it will be like the American name, and then underneath it, the Chinese, specifically Chinese characters. Not us being racist. I mean, like, oh, it's all Asian.
Everything's China. Yeah. No. So apparently, here's kind of the breakdown of it. Where I live is very, very highly Filipino.
Ah, so the Asian market down the road is Filipino.
Yeah, so there's 2 right down the road. There's the Filipino market, and then there's Tokyo Central.
Yes.
Tokyo Central fucking rules, dude. I'll take you there next time because you haven't been there. It's amazing.
I'm trying to remember. There's supposed to be a very good Japanese instant ramen, like instant ramen from Japan that I have to try. That someone keeps telling me to try.
Is it Bulldog?
No, that one's pretty. I don't want to say generic. They sell that like Target.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like you can only find it very specifically in like, I'm hoping this place, or like is there a little Tokyo in? Yeah. You have to go. You either have to you have to go to a little Tokyo to find it, kind of.
Okay, I'll take you to Tokyo Central. You might be able to find it,
but it's supposed to be like the best. Like,
okay, we'll go on maybe we'll do a little skit next time you're in LA, and we'll go try to find it, and I'll cook it for you.
I'm not wearing a kimono.
Have you noticed I'm wearing something that kind of looks like an American kimono, because I'm hawking this Kirin Premium Lager.
I love how, what's it called?
It's called Kirin Ichiban.
Kieran McCulkin?
Yeah, Kieran Culkin.
Culkin.
Yeah.
McCulkin.
Macaulay. Anyways, McCulkin. What were we talking about before we got distracted?
We were talking about Ubers, but then I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, my whole Uber experience, I think it was a long way around to also hawk my shitty open mic stand-up, which is the Uber experiences that I had on that trip created possibly my funniest bit that I've ever written.
Yes.
To the point where I'm like, this is actually really good. Like, the rest of my shit is like kind of good.
Yeah.
This bit is very funny, and I'm very excited to perform it.
And it's gonna do terrible.
Terrible. Yeah.
No, it was good. I gave you some notes.
Yeah. I thought at least for a quick 2-minute bit that I didn't like adjust at all. I just wrote it.
Yeah.
I thought for the rough draft of it, I thought it was pretty good.
No, it's good. I'm excited to hear how it goes at the open
I may post it to the podcast and just see what people think.
Me and Damien just sometimes accidentally use the podcast Instagram account instead of our own, because me and Damien share it, of course, but he'll like message Abby, and I'll see it like a message pop up and be like, "Hey, can you grab something before you come home?"
I should stop sexting her over the Remain Rome Return podcast.
It's real disturbing.
I keep forgetting. I'm like, shit. And I can never delete it before you see it for some reason.
I can't remember what. There was a time where you're like, "Oh, I meant to message that to myself."
Yeah, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back and forth between the two, and I'll be like, "Oh, this would be funny to post as a story on the podcast."
Mm-hmm.
Or one of the things that I've been doing lately. Let's get into this real quick. I've never seen a social media account gain and lose followers as quickly as we do. It's like a fucking anomaly, dude. So I'll go on my Instagram and be like, "Oh, this video from this account is very funny, and I would love to say something in regards to the podcast to try to get some traction."
Yeah.
And so I'll send that post to the Triple R Instagram and then log into the Triple R, click on that link, and then comment on it. But sometimes you see it first and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
like, yeah, cool, man, or something. And I think I messaged you like you weren't supposed to see that. I was like, yeah, I wasn't sure, so I just commented anyway.
I think it was one of my stand-up bits, actually.
I think it was. I was like, good job.
You're like, "Thanks for telling me." I was like, "No, you weren't supposed to see that. Nobody's supposed to see this." This is my writing session. I write via Instagram message. Actually, I do. That's the funny part. Most of my stand-up writing happens via Instagram Messenger.
Yeah, that's okay. Mine was a lot of voice to text apps, and then I relook at it and I'm like, what was I trying to say?
That was nothing. Yeah.
That was terrible.
Anyways, welcome to Remain Rome Return, everybody. Where we talk about like and subscribe, follow, share, comment, engage. What I've noticed is the engagement is what makes a difference.
It does.
So I appreciate everybody who listens and watches, but apparently the algorithm isn't satisfied until you actually engage with it. So a like, a subscribe, a share, a comment makes all the difference in the world. So
call to action.
Let's do that. And without further ado, let's get into some business here. Enough fucking around. You had some shit you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like this was a topic that needed to be talked on the podcast because me and my Abby got into not a disagreement, but both of us were like, what are you
physical altercation?
Physical, yes. We had to hide the baby. No.
She would kick your ass.
Oh, 100%. I weigh as much as a mongoose, as we just said. Call back.
And she's like a cobra.
Yes. But how do you brush your teeth? Like
what? What did you just say to me?
Like the pattern. This is also like I had this thought while I was brushing my teeth, so I was like trying to ask Abby how she brushes her teeth, and she's like, "What?" She's like, "What are you even trying to say to me?"
What? So, what do you mean?
Like
with a toothbrush?
Yes, but like, where do you start? Like, what tooth do you start on? And then how do you get from point A to point B, essentially, to brush all your teeth?
Realistically, I like to try to attack all of them at once as quickly as possible.
Just a one shot. I use the toilet bowl brush.
Exactly. And I suction cup it to the wall, and I just use my face to brush my. I didn't use my hands free.
Like you're a horse.
Exactly. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
But how do you brush like what pattern do you brush your teeth?
I think I do left to right because I'm right-handed.
Yeah, but like, so I'll describe how I brush my teeth.
Okay, maybe this will clear it up for me.
So I start back. Okay, lower jaw, back molar. So I first brush all my teeth on the ups and inside of my lower jaw.
So you start bottom.
Yes. And then I go the tops first all the way around, and then the inside of my teeth all the way around on the bottom jaw, and then do it on move up to the top jaw, do I guess the top of the teeth and then the inside of the teeth. And then I work after I'm done brushing that, go to bottom outside of teeth, do all of that, and then go upper jaw outside of teeth.
Okay. Did you learn that somewhere?
I don't know.
Or is that just what you do?
And then so what Abby does instead is she does like quadrants.
Uh-huh.
So she'll start like bottom jaw, do like, the left side, inside part of the teeth, top, and then outside, and then like, for 30, and then moves to the, other side jaw.
And it's 30 seconds each side, right?
Yeah,
split it into 4.
Yeah, because we both have the toothbrush that counts for you.
Oh, yeah.
So she does that for her quadrants.
Got it. Okay. That makes more sense.
How would you just say that? How would you ask someone that? Like pattern's the best way I can.
Pattern, yeah. Now that I know what you're asking, it makes sense. But I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I've been trying to think of a better way to ask that. Also, it's the weirdest question to ask.
It's very weird. I can tell that you never worked in a kitchen.
Yeah,
because as anyone who worked in a kitchen can tell you, you always clean from top to bottom.
Yeah,
always, because of the drip factor, right? If you're starting from the bottom and then you go to the top, all of that mess is just going to the bottom. So you always start top. So I always do top front, for like 20 seconds, top underneath, and then top like back.
Okay.
And then I go down to the bottom, and then tongue, cheeks, and top of mouth.
Okay.
So I started from the top.
Okay.
Go down.
Okay.
Yeah, and I always start with the front. With the front first. Which could be why I have terrible teeth. I don't know. I could be.
I don't know what I probably should, before we did this bit, looked up what the proper way to actually, like what the dentist recommended proper way.
We could get a dentist on here.
I know some dentists.
There you go. Use your connections.
I don't know if they want to be on this podcast.
Want to do a cavity search. Open wide.
And then I do finally do the, because after you brush your teeth, you're not supposed to rinse.
Well,
yeah, that's a new, because you need to, like, you're not supposed to, like, eat or drink as well after, like, I can't remember how much time, because you want the fluoride to actually, like, work.
Yeah, but don't we get enough fluoride in our water system?
It depends what state you're in.
It's true.
But yeah, so you're not supposed to rinse your mouth out afterwards.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I just start top. I do top front, top under, top behind, and then same pattern down below.
Yeah,
I usually brush. But more importantly than anything else, do you floss?
I need to be better.
What does that mean, though? Like on average,
like every other day, probably.
So every other day, probably. So at most 3 times a week.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would say that's about. It's better than not flossing at all, but I know I probably should floss every. We do have the little floss picks, which are probably terrible for the environment.
Definitely are terrible for the environment.
But it means I floss.
True. I don't skip a day ever.
Ooh, I need to.
Yeah, ever. I'd never skip a day, and the reason is because my teeth are already like I should have gotten braces.
Yeah.
I was afraid of the dentist for ever, and so like I never
also probably didn't have dental insurance.
That as well is a huge thing. So there was like this conglomeration of issues that led to me never going to the dentist for over 10 years.
And then when you finally went, they're like, you fucked.
Well, I finally went after 10 years and I had 1 cavity.
That's pretty good, actually.
And ever since I started going every 6 months to a year, sometimes I'll skip the second 6 months. Because here's the thing. I don't need that many head x-rays. I don't need 2 head x-rays a year. Yeah. That's insane. And they only do it to bill your insurance because x-rays pay back.
Cost. Yeah, I was about to say they got
cost. They get a pretty good amount from the insurance company. So they're like, it's cheap to run these things and I get a ton of money back. So that's the only reason they give you 2 x-rays a year.
Yeah.
You're not going to find cancer in 99% of people via x-ray. And if they didn't have issues 6 months ago, they're likely not going to have issues in 6 months. I think an x-ray a year is plenty.
Yeah. Or unless you complain of some type of pain.
Right.
But for the bog standard, it's not needed.
Yeah. And so now that I've been going every 6 months or every year, I've had 0 cavities. And they're like, the obvious, you could use braces, but they're like, your teeth are really great. I'm like, okay, I guess just avoiding the dentist for 10 years works.
Yeah, most people that doesn't work out.
I like to keep all the bacteria at bay with alcohol. And you should too with Kirin Ichiban Lager.
Describe what the taste, like if you could compare it to an American beer.
I can't compare it to an American beer, but what I can tell you is the flavor contrast is a light American lager that has also been brewed with soy sauce.
So it's salty?
It's extremely salty.
So I would love it.
You would love it.
Put it on the list for when I come visit.
Exactly. And you can get it at Tokyo Central.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a place I could get it here. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah, it's terrible.
We don't have a lot of specifically Japanese people in Lincoln. I don't think.
So we went to the Tokyo market to find a bunch of we wanted Sichuan peppercorns and all. Anyways, whatever. We were looking for all that stuff, and we walked into Tokyo Central, and I hadn't been there in 2 years.
Yeah,
and I walk in, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. You can order hot food here and sit down and eat it. They also have an entire display, full 360 display of sushi, sashimi.
I was thinking sushi.
Yeah. Pre-made sushi, sashimi, hand rolls, They have like these amazing. I don't know if you've ever had Japanese deli sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing. And so
Yes.
we stopped and we were looking around and we were like, oh, we can't leave because we hadn't eaten. It was like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, we should just get lunch here.
Yeah.
And so we grabbed 4 rolls and then we grabbed an egg salad sandwich.
Oh.
And god damn it.
And it was probably
It
like
was so good.
priced, like the sushi was probably priced really well.
$6
per roll. That's really good.
$6 per roll. Perfectly made, perfectly rolled. I got an eel roll.
Oh.
We got a spicy scallop roll.
Mm-hmm.
We got a platter of sashimi, which was $11.
Jeez.
And it had like toro, it had salmon, it had everything you could want. And then we got some other roll. I don't remember what it was, but each of them was $6, and then the sandwich was $4.
Yeah, and
on
probably
milk
some of the
bread.
like some of the best sushi you've had. Kind of.
It was amazing.
It's probably also one of those places where you walk in, like kind of how I would judge a market like that. If I'm the only white person there, that's a super good thing.
Yeah, and I could tell that it was a little different for them because we'd be walking around and people would stop and just go and just like look at us. And they would like stop walking and look. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And they would like, yes. And just like I'd be walking around. It was awesome. It was like,
and then they're secretly really racist behind your
back.
back.
Oh yeah, they're like, what is this fucking idiot doing? Getting Kirin Ichiban? Like, yes, actually.
Fat fuck. What's he doing here?
Fat blind piece of shit.
For the record, I'm not calling it Damien fat, but to Japanese people, he would be fat.
Oh, I am fat.
I can't be saying I'm as light as a mongoose and then calling you a fat fuck. It looks bad for my brand.
It's like Timon and Pumbaa. That's how I would describe this podcast.
Oh, 100%. It actually works a little too well.
The name of this episode is Hakuna Ichiban. Oh, that sucked. Cut that. Fuck off.
I know.
I've had 4.
Yeah, like, this beer is so fucking bad. I'm on my 4th.
That's Kirin Ichiban. Shit. Hakuna Matata. Oh, I set off my work computer. It is freaking out right now.
Oh, God.
You hear that?
The Teams noise?
Doo-doo. Woo. All right. I think you had... Oh, we wanted to do Peeves and Rex to end. So yes. I think now's a good time to start. Go for it.
All right. So my peeve, besides Damien's work computer fucking not shutting up. It's like, you talking to me, bitch?
You rang?
Okay. So my pet peeve happened this week. Work call with like not like with an outside vendor or whatever. I'll just say that.
Sure.
And very clearly, I have my name. I go by Christian. Like that's what it says on like the little Zoom call and all that stuff. Person called me Chris, and it's a pet peeve for me. Do I correct them or not? Because I'm not a Chris, and then like so in my head, I always judge of like, am I going to see this person again?
Okay.
And if I'm not, I just let it go but then like if it's a work thing where it's like a new employee, I'm like, I gotta correct you. But then I look like an asshole to be like, hey, my name's actually Chris. Like, it puts me in a weird situation to be called what my name is.
So it's very funny that this is your pet peeve because it goes hand in hand with the one that I have. Okay. And so let me explain my point of view on this. You should never create a nickname or a shorthand for someone that you do not know personally. Yes. On a personal level. You do not do that. You don't call me Dame. You don't call me Vincent. You call me Damien if we're at work and we're very, very non-cordial, right?
Yes.
So I agree with you 100%.
I get the Vincent a little bit, but also
people think it's my first name.
That also gets confusing. Yes,
that's
what happens when you change your last name to a first name.
True. And then I have 3 first names.
Yep.
But no, I agree with you. It's very inconsiderate, in my opinion, because it's like, you don't know, you didn't ask if I go by Chris. You just assumed that I go by Chris, and I don't. You assumed that I went by Ian because it's IEN, and you're like, oh, I'll just call you Ian. No, you won't. You know?
See, and so when I'm in a situation, like, if it is like, let's say their name is David, but they do actually go by Dave, I'm still going to call you David but I feel like that's different to like go more formal than not formal, if that makes sense.
Because at least with formal, it is their name, and you're waiting for them to correct you.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I actually go by Dave. Versus like the opposite of having to go by like, I feel like it almost feels like a dick move to have to like be like, oh, no, my full name is Christian. Like, I go by Christian.
Well, it does put you in a position to where you have to correct them when you shouldn't have to, because they should just be addressing you by your name.
And especially like in a work situation like that, where it's like very clearly says Christian everywhere.
Right.
Versus, and so I was like, ugh. So I didn't correct the person because I don't think I'm going to have to talk to this person again. But.
Yeah. Like, for instance, I know the people watching can't see it, but when we log into this, your name is very clearly Christian. So that's what I call you. My name every time we log into this is Fart. You wouldn't just start calling me Toot as a nickname. I demand you speak to me as Fart.
See,
right? That's also the name. And with a lowercase f, by the way.
Yes. It's not Fart. It's
not art. It's Fart.
Right? And then also, like, when you're talking about the work thing of being like, now if people are, for you, or if that person calls, you're like, oh yeah, just grab that from Vincent. People are going to be like,
who the fuck is Vincent? Yeah.
Did we get a new guy here?
My favorite is when they think Vincent is my first name and then they call me Vince. I'm like,
that's a double bad.
I could blow up your house right now.
Yeah.
And then you would never find me because you'd be looking for Vince.
Who's Vince?
So my pet peeve, that is a great pet peeve. Also, I want to tell you, you're not a dick for correcting it.
Yeah, I know.
You're
it's
not.
Just like,
it makes you feel that way, but think about the fact that it's like, I'm only correcting you because of your inconsideration.
Yeah.
You're just barreling through life making your own rules, and you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so. And I also like, because I was going to be a teacher, and I worked in a school that was very predominantly like non-white. So very like, I don't want to say unique names, but non-Western names.
Sure.
And this teacher was very much being like, hey, we're not like, we don't do the thing where like, if your name's I'll just say some Asian name, we're not going to call you like Molly, like some American. We're going to call you because that's the name you're given. Like, it makes it big, names matter, right? Kind of thing. And so like working in tech, I have a lot of coworkers who are Indian and have Indian names. So like, I also try to go out and be like, hey, how, not like a rude way, but like, hey, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Could you like help me? So like moving on forward. And like, people always seem to enjoy, like not enjoy, but like respect that. Like, hey, I'm actually trying.
Yeah, because it shows the consideration of being like, hey, your name matters to me. And if I'm going to build this relationship, whether it's professional or personal, I want to know how to properly address you in the proper way. It also opens up the floodgates of being like, if you are a Chris, then you can tell them that, and then they can call you Chris, and it's not weird. Consent matters, folks. Consent matters, and you should always ask how people should like to be addressed, because I'm not Vince. Christian is not Chris. He's just not. And so in the same vein of inconsideration, here is my peeve. In one of my 3 grocery store adventures yesterday, it happened to be the 3rd one. So I may or may not have been sick of the general public at this point.
Yes. You're at the 3rd store. You're like, God damn it. I just want
Sichuan peppercorns. That's it. That's all I want.
To be fair, that is such a specific thing.
It is. It really is. But I love them because they're so spicy and they make your face numb, and they're so good.
Oh, probably.
Anyways,
tear on the beehole.
Yes, which I like. because then it makes your beehole numb, and then you don't even feel spice anymore. Yeah. Anyways, third trip, already kind of sick of everything. We get what we need without the Szechuan peppercorns. I'm a little disappointed. We walk out. I'm loading the groceries. I get into my car. As I'm pulling out of my spot, I see this probably 50, 55-year-old white woman just finished loading her groceries, takes her cart, takes it about 4 steps, and spends a good 5 full seconds is a long time.
That is 1
It's a long time.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
Spends 5 full seconds at least finagling this cart so that all 4 wheels are up on a curb.
Okay.
The cart return is about a 5-second walk to her left.
Yep.
And I've had it because this is something where it's like, this is something that I take time to do, and I shouldn't use it as a reason to others, to other people. So when I see carts in the middle of the parking lot, especially particularly in like handicapped spots or close to, I will always grab them and return them to the cart. Yeah. So I'm very attuned to that. But at this situation, this is so inconsiderate based on multiple factors. She is perfectly she
made it to the car.
Correct. And she's by herself, so she clearly was walking through the grocery store. I saw her walking out of her own volition, not with a cane, not with a walker, not leaning on the cart for support. Yeah. Takes it all the way to her car and proceeds to finagle it up on this
Honestly, it takes
curb.
So much effort to put it back up on the curb.
She's essentially lifting a steel cart. I don't know if it's steel, but they're pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's metal. It's no matter what, there's a metal frame.
Right. And so as I'm pulling out, I see her struggling. And in the time that it takes me to reverse and put it in park or in drive, she's still kind of finagling it. And so I pull up right next to her. I stop and I roll the windows down and I just go, that's not where that goes. And she lost her fucking mind. And here is her excuse. And I would like you to try to argue with this excuse.
Okay.
Ready? I say, hey, that's not where that goes. And in that tone, like playful, that's not where that goes. And she goes, well, where the fuck do you expect me to put it?
The cart place.
I don't know, where the sign specifically says cart return.
You walked right by. I'm guessing she walked by one.
She walked right past it. It was just directly to her left behind her car. And so anyway, so that happens. She screams. I go at the cart return, and then I start to exit the parking lot. I'm looking in my rearview mirror. She sprints around her cart, dives into the driver's seat, throws her car in reverse, skirts out, comes up and speeds and stops maybe 4 inches from my rear bumper. And she is screaming out her window at me. Just obscenities, all this shit, blah, blah. And I just turn up my music and I'm laughing as loud as I can, like pointedly at her, right? Yeah. So I'm looking at my rearview mirror, just pointing and laughing at her.
Yes.
And I can't hear a word that she says. And so I turn left out of the parking lot. She turns right and almost gets fucking sideswiped. Love it. Inconsideration is...
Did you get honked at?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
So it's like, just think about that. And I understand I'm an asshole in this scenario because I just ruined her day for something that's pretty not that important.
Yeah.
But I also think, no, it is important. You're being so inconsiderate.
See, I've been careful with that in Nebraska because we're a little loose on gun laws here.
Right. Now, let me just say, if it was a guy who was 400 pounds of muscle, I wouldn't have said shit.
Yes.
But because she was a weak old lady.
Let the record show that Damien picks on handicap old lady.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.